Y'all, I'm freaking back from work trip. I haven't been on holiday like Karl on an idiot abroad. I've been working. Just came back from Virginia. So we're back. I feel like walking. I feel like getting my Carl Pilkington fix on. I'm sure you feel the same way. Let's do some Ricky Gervais show. Season 2, Series 2, Episode 8. I don't know if do we even need more intro than that? Let's roll it.
One prediction for the future, Karl, is from an academic study, what the world will be like in about 75 years from now.
Yeah.
And a big prediction they're sort of sure of is that androgyny will rule. But soon you won't even need a female or a man in your life. You'll just need the egg or sperm. And you'll be able to have any coupling you want or not.
We're pretty close.
Thoughts,
we're like there.
That isn't what I've heard.
What were you?
Oh, here we go.
I heard that.
So you read an academic study, Rick, but let's find out what Karl's been reading.
I heard we're all going to go ugly.
Different
We're all
point.
gonna get ugly?
That's a
Completely different point. That, not listening to a word Ricky said. But
No, it's just if we all sort of go ugly, that will sort the population
He
problem
gets an
out.
extra syllable in the word ugly. Ugly.
Ugly. Oh, he was
Ugly.
saying, yeah.
Ugly.
That's what I was
So
saying.
that just sorts the population out because people aren't sort of having it away left, right, and centre.
Well, no. Well, then that doesn't sort. What do you mean?
Sorry, Rick. I don't understand what the hell he said there.
Are you saying because everyone's ugly, everyone won't want to have it away more with the ugly person?
Yeah.
Okay, I still don't. You seem to understand what he's talking about, Rick. I'm still
But
confused.
what he thinks is that if we're all ugly, then we still have this strange paradigm of beauty that won't exist, so we won't fancy anyone as much.
No, they'll still sort of fancy, because at the end of the day we're animals, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll still have it away, but not as much as they'd like to do now because it's all based on looks.
Sorry. But what's this got to do
What's
with what
this
Ricky
world
said?
like? Describe a typical town or country.
It's
set to me.
exactly right. Imagine London. You've still got the gherkin. You've still got the big wheel.
Right.
It's just everyone's ugly.
Right, and they're doing all the same jobs, are they?
Everyone's still the world's got to carry on.
What do they look like? What's ugly?
Just imagine
Like a bunch of Stephen
I've never
Merchants.
seen anyone when you've just gone, look at that.
Yeah.
Right, well, like that.
Yeah, but hold on, because it's not
No,
like
because
a
we have
strict.
got better looking, haven't we? If I look back now
Yeah.
at a school photo,
Yeah.
you look at my class and you go, what was going on then? You can't tell the difference between some of the girls and the blokes.
When he said we've got better looking, I thought he was going to talk about cavemen, not his school photo. I mean, what happened there? There's
like the
been
past
no
20, 30 years.
evolution in that time. What are you talking about, Karl?
We've got better looking now, haven't we?
But we will
Okay.
change.
Yeah, we'll
Probably not in
change. There's little
75
things.
years.
I mentioned before about your little finger. There'll come a time when that'll go. I've watched it. I've kept an eye on what my little finger's doing. Sometimes it does nothing. It never helps out. All the others are grabbing all the stuff. That one just sort of sits there watching. So you could get rid of that, and I think that will go in evolution.
Think of the books he could have read when he was doing that. When he was
What is he
monitoring his
talking
little
about?
finger.
I've been watching.
What is he
Little
talking
Finger.
about?
But again, if you shaved a caveman, he's basically us. He's basically us.
Well, he's basically Karl.
yeah.
I think what's more interesting about the future, Karl, is the fact that technology integrated with humans will be fascinating. So, for instance, they're talking, about the fact that in the future we may even be able to have chips in our head that allow us to access the internet.
What's nuts is that they're talking about like our day. I mean, we've been watching Elon Musk talk about this. Like we can do this, and I actually like this point. Would like to hear your thoughts in the comments down below if you haven't heard this thought. But right, Elon Musk also says and likes to talk about how we are essentially already cyborgs because of our cell phones. Right? It's just that the speed compared to if that was just in your head, it's a little slower, but it's pretty fascinating to think. Because of our phones, we are more intelligent than ever. Not wiser, but how about that? What do you think about that?
Or an equivalent of it, directly, mentally. So imagine that.
To say, not French fries. It
But
doesn't
hang
mean
on though, at what point are we us then?
that. Yeah, this is good.
Go on.
That's a pretty good question.
No, because if I can go on the internet at any time, then that's going to know more than me.
What does that mean?
Okay.
When I don't know an answer to something now,
Right.
which is a lot of stuff,
Really?
Go on.
you
Yeah.
watch University Challenge,
Yeah.
and the stuff them kids on that know. I just think, where have they stored that? For me, if something doesn't get used within a time period, that's it.
But again,
it's forgotten about.
Basically, you've got about the same hardware
I
as
haven't.
those people.
Honest to God, I haven't. I know I haven't. So what I'm saying is, if I want to know the answer to something, I go on the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if I've got a chip in my head with Google on it,
Yeah.
I'm never going to use
like
my head.
the speed.
I'll just be forever on Google.
I'm never going to use my head.
Well, I'm not,
But
because
what do you
what's
think
the
your
point?
head is, though?
Because I'm going to get it wrong. The chances are I'll get it wrong, so divert that. It's like saying...
No, you can't bypass the brain straight to Google. When you're having a chat socially, it's not like they're going, all right, Karl, how are you? And you're not there. You're asleep and Google's talking. I think you'll find that.
No, only...
You want to see naked ladies?
No, only for questions, though, that I don't know. But what I'm saying is, because I don't know a lot of the answers, I'll just say, forget it, leave it connected to Google.
No.
So then
Just
I'm
have
not
Google
me
control
anymore.
me.
Well, what are you doing? Where's you gone?
I'm looking at Google.
We're getting into
So it
deep
is you.
stuff here.
No, but what Steve just said is, we'll have a chip in our head
Right.
that can access the internet.
Right.
So why bother
But
using my
you're
own
still the
knowledge?
go-between. You, Karl, are the go-between between the internet and whatever your
But you
mouth
can't
says.
beat the internet.
Yes,
You
but
can't,
you're
he
the
knows everything.
Where does Google get the information from in the first place?
Someone on one of them bright people on University
being.
Challenge.
One of them bright
being.
people.
Yeah, a human being.
So, but I'm going to get lazier. I don't watch University Challenge and go, I want to be like them. I'm going to start reading books. I've accepted I'm never going to be like them. I can't play along. All I tend to do is I say to Suzanne, right, so every question now, I'm going to have egg as the answer. And I'm hoping that one day...
What an amazing game! What an amazing intellectual pursuit that is!
What a lucky lady.
What does Suzanne say to that?
Well, she just sees if it works. She just plays along, and then I'm saying, oh, it might
Suzanne!
be this one, whatever.
Suzanne just seems like a freaking angel, dude. I want to hear from her why she loves Karl. I feel like it's easy, but I want to hear what. Yeah.
I love that because I remember once it was about 5 years ago. Karl and Suzanne were around near Christmas, and me and Jane were there. We were playing different parlour games, like charades and that. And then one game you have to
You guys call them parlor games? That's fun.
do that thing where you have to beat and you have to do animals, and you have to go. First one is A, then B. So you say aardvark. Next one goes beaver. Next one goes cat. It came to Karl. He panicked and he went egg.
And he was on air.
He's thinking about his head.
So you're sat there watching University Challenge, and on a good night, it's, well-known jeweller Fabergé's, well-known for his jewel-encrusted egg. Humpty Dumpty is commonly pictured as a living egg. Sometimes
Egg.
I'm saying, it's gonna, if
That's
you
what
keep
I'm-
saying the same thing, eventually, it's like a broken watch.
Karl
It's
Pilkington's
always
head
right,
looks
innit?
like hay.
Yeah.
I've just got more chance of getting it right.
Sure.
But also, he told me when he plays University Challenge, he says he's given up ever
University
trying to get an answer. So now he tries to guess who's going to answer the question. Another great game. Suzanne's roped in on. Unbelievable. How would you do with that?
Again, bless Suzanne's heart,
Normally
bro.
all right on that.
He defends the game.
There's another evolution thing though. When you watch brainy people on that, or wearing glasses,
Yeah.
what does that tell you? We are reading too much. We're wearing the eyes out, and that you can't argue with that because the
You
evidence
can't
is there.
argue with that.
Okay, one more go. What
Right.
do you mean?
The chip in the brain isn't part of filling your head with stuff. The journey of filling it with that stuff.
What do you mean?
Whereas if I'm say if you had a baby, the
Oh,
baby
wow.
pops out, it cries a bit. You go, right, we've got. What do you want your baby to be interested in? And you say, I want it to be a plumber. You go, right, when it's
Word.
2, we're going to stick a plumber chip in its head.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not right, is it?
No.
I mean,
No. I don't know why you chose plumber either.
Well, we still need plumbing.
Yeah, I
don't we?
know we do, but
It's odd that they would have chosen plumber. They've got such
yeah.
kind of small
It's what,
ambitions for their
it's what his
babies.
granddad did, and they want the sort of the thing to go through the business. They own a plumbing business. They want the baby to carry on the business of the
They
plumbing.
want a baby to be able to plumb.
Well, what about this chip in the head?
But you've made this
But you've
up.
made the scenario
They're
up.
not putting chips in babies'
I
heads.
thought you said they were.
No,
When did I say
that? I never said that.
I think Steve's right, and I don't know, I haven't read it, but I imagine he's saying it's the next step in convenience with technology and an interface between a human and a research tool or fun. You know, computers went from being the size of a room to a thing you can wear on your watch. So the next step may be, you won't forget your palm top, you won't forget your iPod, you won't forget your laptop.
Just got it in there.
It's in there. It's an interface.
I know, but it makes us lazy.
Carl, it's not a question of. It's not that Google is now Carl. It looks like Carl, but it's just spamming. You know.
No, I think all of us know what he's trying to say. There was something in the effort of searching and looking for that information, and I think how much harder it used to be. I think actually makes us wiser. Sometimes I like to make sure, right? You guys know I'm a Christian, right? So if I ever read my scriptures and stuff, there's something different when I'm physically reading the book or any hard copy book for that matter. There's something different, like with the effort that you put into it about it. I don't know. You guys follow what I'm trying to say? And I guess what Carl's saying, come on. Rick and Steven are giving a hard time, like
little pop-ups about offers you can buy and cheap holidays here and there.
He's not the man I'm added.
that was good. I like it.
Look, I see it all the time now.
Go on.
Right, I know what he's saying.
Where are you going to someone? And they go, I'm going to Dorset.
Right.
Oh, aye. What road are you taking? Don't know. Just pop on the sat nav. Now, that's a start.
Sure.
Okay. Let's act that out with me, okay? I'm going away for the weekend, Karl.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Dorset.
Oh, yeah. Are you getting there?
Car.
All right. Which way are you going?
I love that he plays along with these role plays all the time.
Making a friendly chat. Just, I'm interested in geography. Which way are you going?
Well, I don't know really. I've got a sat nav in my car, and I'm getting there. And what do you mean? What?
Bit easy, isn't it?
Well, I'm not a pigeon. I don't.
I mean, you got an A to Z.
Well, yeah, but it was on a computer. The A to Z. What's the difference between looking at an A to Z and
Lazy, though.
Not really. No. Why? Why is it any different that I've got it computerized so I can go along? A to Z's a bit dangerous, isn't it? It's a bit.
What's going on
You've
there?
got A to Z when you're driving along.
Clive, who are you talking to?
What the heck is this?
We need to hit the road. We need to
What the heck
get
is
going.
going on?
It's this fucking idiot.
Give me a
who
second,
wants to
y'all.
know
What is happening to my screen here?
what road I'm taking, which is a fucking boring thing to ask. Anyway.
Sorry, who is this twat? Because we really got to
He's
get
a
going.
fucking dickhead. I think he's an A to Z salesman by the door. I mean,
Just tell him we're using the sat nav because it's the quickest, most efficient way to do it.
It's the quickest, most efficient way of doing it.
No,
Okay.
but look what's
Who
happened.
the fuck are you?
Would Columbus found America if he had a sat nav?
Yes.
No, he
He'd have
wouldn't.
put in America.
If he what?
He wouldn't. He only found it because he got lost. Now, if everybody just goes...
Hold on. How would an undiscovered country be on a sat nav?
Go on. But I just
What's the
mean...
difference between the sat nav and the map in that regard?
That's
Because
true.
I've found some lovely little cafes on roads I've never been on.
From finding a continent to a little cafe.
I love that.
Little greasy.
Here's the question. So I was on a podcast a few weeks ago, the Save Room podcast. You can look them up. They're just, up and starting, and they're freaking awesome. They told me, all right, so this is probably to you UK folks, but actually this can go out to everyone. Do you have a Carl Pilkington in your life? And if so, do you make sure things like this happen? Because I would take every opportunity to go on a tangent just to hear these crazy ideas, right? Man, I'm just so envious of Ricky and Steven being able to have these sorts of conversations. Like, look where this is going, man.
I am off to discover the unknown world. Where are you going? Oh, I don't know yet. It's the unknown world. What are you taking? Just a boat, all lazy swim. I love the fact that he's so Luddite now, he's annoyed at the sat-nav. I mean, you'd have probably given Columbus a hard time. Oh, got a compass. Don't you know where north is, you twat?
I just think
that's
there's
actually a good
something in
point.
being lost.
That
I
was a
never
good
feel
call.
lost. I just think, I've had a diversion. Because you find
That's
new
healthy.
things. I'm forever going down.
That's beautiful.
The French peasant where the.
Just think, Columbus.
All right, what's the most interesting thing you found when lost?
Like I say, they normally... I found a shop that was like a fancy dress shop.
Amazing.
Do you need fancy dress stuff?
Dressed
You
up
never
as
go out.
Columbus,
You never
went and
go
bought a
out.
sat-nav, went to Dorset for the weekend.
You never go out. Why do you need a fancy dress shop? That sounds like the one thing you would hate is fancy dress.
Yeah, but I like looking at the. They have like a space helmet in there.
Right, so you found a fancy dress shop. Where are you supposed to be going that you had time to get sidetracked and go in a...
I think I was going to a meeting. Just
Amazing, that's the last time.
So what's the want to get lost?
Yeah, you don't want to get lost, do
No,
you?
because I always give myself loads of time because I get lost a lot. I always give
Get
myself.
a
Get a sat-nav.
No, I'm just saying. That's how you find little treats along the way. And next time you pass it, or next time someone says, "Do you know where the fancy dress shop is?" You can go, "Yeah, I do."
You have no idea because I was lost. I didn't know where it was.
No, normally I
Oh,
learn.
I'm not going to tell you, lazy cunt. Have you got an AZ? Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah, find it yourself, you lazy lad.
So
What have you learned? You keep
That was
going on
good.
about all this learning. What have you learned?
What have you learned? Okay,
Come on,
sum
baby.
up,
Yes,
sum
yes,
up mankind's foray into the future. I want this. This will be the introduction to a book about the future. It will then be read in 100 years' time and go, Karl Pilkington was the most prophetic genius that's ever walked the earth. These are his words from 2010.
Just some predictions that you
Just,
think.
no,
Come on,
just,
baby.
just
Come
sum
on.
it up. Just sum it up.
Oh, this is 2010.
I
Cool.
believe. Start off with, I, Karl Pilkington, believe that mankind in the future will. Okay, start off
and
with that
then what?
sentence.
Just have like a top 5.
Well, no,
Oh,
just,
this is
just,
exciting.
Just predictions.
Just
Yeah,
predicting type.
okay, okay, yeah.
So
and
just-
then a little thing to remember. And remember ye this. So I, Karl Pilkington, predict that in the future mankind will. Start off with that. Start off with that sentence. I've given you that one.
All right.
Oh, this is exciting. Carl the Prophet.
The future.
He's already gone off road.
It's a scary place, but the future's got to happen. Right? There's no getting away from that.
Yeah. Okay, your predictions are.
Well, we're all.
It's not a soundbite.
Keep going.
Hang on a
Give him
minute.
space. Give him space. Give
This
him
is in a
time.
book. I've got to think about. I don't
Okay.
want to get it wrong.
Think first. Think, and then say it. Okay. Start
He
from
is.
now.
Stop distracting him. Giving him.
These words of wisdom will be inscribed
Oh, this
on
is
the wall of a
exciting.
museum one day. Proceed.
Oh, yes, they are. Look what's
I
happening.
think
with these.
trousers are going to be stopped being made. Just because you see kids now, they've got pants around their ankles. They're going further and further down. So I think that's evolution, just getting rid of the trouser.
Right.
It's just dropping naturally.
That's the evolution of the trouser
that
because
was
it's
so
dropping
good.
Well, you see
incrementally
now, you
down
can see
the
kids'
arse.
underpants, so they're just dropping.
Yeah.
I think they'll get to a point when they just don't bother wearing them anymore.
Right.
You hear Ricky's just laughing.
That's an amazing one.
They'll stop making
That's
trousers in the future.
fantastic. Okay.
We're going to get weaker. That's already
That's true.
happened.
Yeah. This
These
testosterone levels are like frighteningly low. Have you guys been hearing that?
to say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now they're saying eat 5 fruits.
Right.
So we've definitely that's evidence. You can't argue with that. I'll probably put
Okay.
that first because the guy's right. What's number 2? So swap that round.
Okay.
Underpants second.
Yep.
I'm gonna die.
Okay, number 3.
Come on, please keep going.
Keep the doctor away. They used to say, pull your trousers up. Now they say, put them down. You can.
Come on. Let him keep going, Ricky. Shut up.
Number 3.
Right, number 3. Oh, the scholars are now waiting with bated breath when they find this old scroll, and they go, "Ooh, what can number 3 be?"
I reckon we'll blend all our food.
Oh God!
No, because
He was going to make a point about race. I never thought it would be. We'll blend all our food.
Oh my gosh.
Like they do for babies, you mean?
Relax, bro.
Yeah, I just think when you think about all the stuff we eat now,
Relax.
cavemen chewing on big lumps of meat.
Yeah.
We had wisdom teeth.
Yep.
Now they say they'll take them out. You're not using them.
Yeah.
Why not using them? Because
Hey guys, I just noticed that at some point I turned down the volume on my knob here. Not my knob, but the physical like my knobs. Okay. Sorry about that. gonna have to figure something out about that.
Your food's
My bad.
soft.
Yep.
Sorbet.
Yep.
Soups.
Yeah.
You know, everything's softer,
Just
isn't it? When
those
you get an
two, yeah.
avocado, they say, is it soft? Everyone's squeezing the food before they buy it.
Yeah.
No one wants anything tough.
Yeah.
So I think chewing is a sort of
It's a
thing of the past. We haven't got the time to chew. Everyone's like, hurry up, eat that. You don't have to go out for dinner with Ricky. He's like, hurry up. I'm still eating
But he
it.
does blend his food, I think. Okay, so blending food.
Great.
I reckon... what else do we do now? So I've done teeth. Done trousers. I've come up with this idea. It's sort of like glasses, but you can live wherever you want to live.
What do you mean?
Everything that's real, you're not looking at that anymore. This is really the future. I'd put this at number 10. This is like...
We're only doing 5. Fuck me.
So what you mean is that you look through the glasses and instead of seeing what the real world, you see a tropical
what you want to
paradise.
see. So if you're a young kid and you like the idea of living in the urban ghetto with all graffiti on the walls and that, you can see that.
Yeah, but hold on. Are you walking around? Because you'll be bumping into stuff, won't you?
No.
Why not?
No, what you mean is that the stuff that's there in the real world is being digitally reimagined in your glasses. So what was a nice country lane is suddenly now an
It's
urban
got loads
ghetto.
of graffiti on it.
Sure.
Absolutely mental, pointless, will never work. Absolutely
Come on
one
now.
of the maddest things you've ever said.
Come on
really
now.
weird, that one.
Yeah,
It could be done. I reckon it could be easily
Why
done.
would it be? Okay,
think
that
so.
last one, that's number 4. That's
I
a
think
load of
he's right.
bollocks. So what's number 5?
There'll be more letters in the alphabet.
Why?
Because we're running out of words now, aren't we?
No, we're not running out.
We are definitely running out of words.
No.
It's using the letters we've already got and
Yeah.
making new words.
Yeah, we're making, yeah.
No, but we haven't got enough now.
Of course we have. Have you any idea? You could have a word with 9 L's
Yes.
before you run out.
Yeah, and they do in Wales and what have you. That's because their alphabet is shorter than ours. They've only got something like 24 letters over there.
Right.
They go mental with the L.
Oh my gosh, dude! I can't believe he's making the case for this. This is fantastic, dude. This is absolutely
Now
fantastic.
what we do is we've got 26 letters, but we are now struggling.
We're not struggling at all.
We are.
We're not. Let me say stupid.
Boswallocks in shampoo. Now there's a word where they've gone, well, we've invented something here. We've got
What's
something we put in
Boswallocks?
shampoo.
Boswallocks?
Boswallocks.
Have you just made that up?
No, it's now they go, new with Boswallocks and so on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but that's a new word because they have to, they come up with a new word.
But it's a terrible word.
Why?
Boswallocks.
Isn't that the word?
Real? You've made that up, have you?
It's a real word.
Yeah.
Now this is what I'm saying. So years ago when they came up with all the sensible ingredients,
Go on.
sodium. That sounds all right.
He likes sodium. He doesn't
Happy
like
with that.
Because it
Boswallocks.
sounds like something in it, like an ingredient.
Well, yeah, but that's because you're used to it.
Is this a load of
This is
Boswallocks? Are you winding
amazing.
it up?
No,
the two of
it's
you?
real.
It's
is
real.
amazing.
And that's because 26 letters, we've wasted them. Years ago we went mental with the, pneumonia, sticking a P on it. And there's loads of words where you go, what's that like doing in there?
That's true.
Whereas now, they can't do that. They've gone, whoa, pull that back. Why is that letter there? And now you've got stuff like abbreviations and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's not waste letters. Let's just control it a little bit.
He's not as
things-
crazy
cars
as they're
are
making
called
him
things
seem.
like, GTI or something, because they're going, well, I can't think of the word to call this. So they're giving them letters. Think of a word now. Think of a word that hasn't been made up.
What do you mean?
Well, tell me a word that hasn't been made up.
All words have been made up.
No, one that hasn't. That could be used.
Nice.
Say if I invent
Nice.
something now to put in shampoo, what can I call it? Quick.
Cranberry.
No, it's too close to that. No, we can't get that past the advertising person.
Scrimpton.
Scrimpton.
Yeah.
It took Ricky 2 goes and you accepted his second one.
Well, I think we've sorted out the future.
This is fascinating. Fascinating.
Since obviously the days of Nostradamus,
Nice.
there's been many people who've tried to foresee the future. Karl, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but there's endless, predictions. Apparently, there are other planets that may collide with ours. There's some scientific basis on this. But if you knew with certainty that today was the end of the world, how would you spend that final day? So, for instance, I've always wanted to smash up a bar. Do you know what I mean? It's strange, but I've always wanted the exhilaration of just smashing all those bottles, like you see in a film.
But would you enjoy it as much knowing that you're going to die in 8 hours?
I don't know, I suppose it's the sense of abandon, I mean, maybe I'd murder a person. You know,
Wow.
just see, you know, I don't know,
Wow.
but I think I'd probably go mental.
Because that's
I've
what-
always been a very reserved person, you know. I've never got into a fight, never caused a rumpus.
Yeah, but that's a worrying thought
A
because
rumpus?
we don't have to have the end of the world for it to be the end of your world, because a lot of people know that they're terminally ill, so they don't go around smashing up bars and killing people.
But I suppose I know there'll be no repercussions ultimately because
They're
the
gonna
next
die
day
anyway.
everyone's gone, so
Yeah,
there's not
so-
going to be mourning families.
But then how dare you deprive that person of his last 8 hours or 10 hours of life?
I don't care because it's the last day on Earth.
What would you do?
I've always wanted to kick a duck up the arse.
That's one of the best things I have ever heard in my life. That was fascinating. What a great thing to say. Oh, man. Oh, man, that's incredible. What a good way to end it. Well, y'all, it's good to be back. Clearly a little rusty here. Man, I'm sorry I didn't recognize that the volume was so low. I hope that that's not too distracting. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Thanks for hanging out with me if you did anyway. And we'll get after it the next time and improve. Love y'all. Keep it real.